Hey everyone, we are live at Paste Studios in New York right now with little Tybee all the way from Atlanta, Georgia, the birthplace of Paste Magazine.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Welcome. I was about to say welcome back. This is your first time in this studio, but your third Paste Studio session dating all the way back to 2011. So welcome here for the first time. Thanks for coming.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, of course. So you're doing 3 songs today. 2 of them are not off of any album, but there are videos for them on out on YouTube, and you're doing one from the self-titled 2016 album as well. Can you tell us what you're going to start out with?
First tune we're going to do is called Somewhat Familiar, and it's just a little short song. It's kind of the first song that we play at the beginning of the set every night just to kind of get the crowd going. It kind of sums up little Tybee sound, and a nice little package is like a fully rounded, dynamic, sampling of what we do musically. So we'll start with that one. We're good?
Yes, please.
Okay. All right.
If I float away, wake up gliding through my days. If I were a light in the fall, help you see through all the haze, clearing out the way. Stranger, you seem somewhat familiar, yet I can't recall your name. You see, I lost my way, still moving through the darkness, and I hope that I don't stay. Sometimes it's harder just taking the easy way out. If you're alive, then just sing out. If you're alive, then just sing out loud.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Can we talk about the collaboration and that illustration with Ashley? It's I maybe should have. It's being kept safe. Thank you guys very much for our very own studio copy of the illustration. I'll drop a link to it in the comment section right now so people can see an example of what we're talking about. Can you tell us about how this project came to be and about the illustration itself?
Sure. So we've been a band for about 10 years now, and one thing that I think has been kind of consistent with like the philosophy of the band is that, we like to involve as many like artistic expression and collaboration ideas as possible, like outside of just the music. I think when people are, listening to music, and they come to a concert, they want to experience more than just the music. They want, like, the only reason people buy merch is because they want a tangible thing to like take home with them. So why not, think outside the box and bring something that's like truly unique and is like another way of expressing like the creative thoughts of the band. And the best way to do that is through collaboration. So we've collaborated with a lot of artists over the years doing videos and photos and all kinds of things. But most recently, we've been collaborating with this visual artist from Atlanta. His name is Ashley Anderson. And he spent 2.5 years on this poster for us. And like normally like a band will work, and like hire an illustrator to do like a show poster or something. It's like, we need a Friday, and this was like, it started out as like, we need a Friday. And then it's like maybe 3 Fridays, maybe 2, 2 months from now. And then it just kept adding up. And it's this insanely large 44-inch poster. I wish I had it to show up, but you wouldn't even be able to see the detail.
Can you grab the sitting in that room.
Okay, we're gonna go get it.
Yeah, we'll
But,
grab it.
But yeah, just to kind of talk about it a little bit, so it's kind of a Where's Waldo of sorts, just one of these things that you can dive into with a magnifying glass, and it tells the story of almost a tale of two cities kind of thing, where it shows kind of the bourgeoisie and the proletariat in like a kind of creative way, which is interesting being in New York City with this thing, because a lot of the inspiration for the visuals for this came from art history and architecture of this city. And I'll hold this up.
Nice. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. I wish Ashley were here. Ashley's at the Met. Anyway, so it's this. So yeah, it's just basically it's.
Can
it's
you pull
kinda,
it back to where your face is, just so it stays in focus?
Okay.
Yep, and down a little bit.
Can I just be a mouth?
Down just a little bit. Yeah, there it is. Perfect.
Okay.
And then split the difference back up. Sorry. Yeah. There you go.
Okay. But I can't really talk.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Actually, you're way off the mic now. You just hold it up wherever it's comfortable. I cut to the wide.
Okay.
We do need you on that mic though.
Let me do this. Is that good? Okay, jeez. I know. Speaking of collaboration, so yeah, it's probably hard to see all this, and we'll have a link up. But basically, like this whole bottom portion, you kind of see, the proletariat working class, and it's kind of Pink Floydian a little bit. You have like these, normal day workers walking across this bridge into this skull furnace, and they come out the other side, and they're like drones kind of like walking into this like work factory and sewage and stuff. And then at the top, you don't see any characters at all. You just see kind of the product of their labor. And it's like these flying buttresses and, just beautiful architecture and art expression and everything. And everything in here is a comment on like different art movements, throughout human existence. And then he has little Tybee in there because, it's a big band poster at the end of the day. But it's also just a beautiful piece of artwork. So we made an edition of 100 of these things. We might make some more. But there's a video that we made, of Ashley kind of talking about the influences and stuff. So if nothing else, like check it out as just like a cool art piece. But that's what's going on with this thing.
Sweet. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate you
Yes.
giving us a studio copy, and that's
To
awesome.
you.
Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, everybody. Can you tell us what song? Tell us about what you're going to play second.
Okay, so this is a song that it's been floating around. It's on our 2016 record, self-titled record, Tuck My Tail. It's just kind of like a self-empowerment, triumphant song. Do not tuck your tail when things get tough. That's kind of the general basis. So, actually, if you'll give me 10 seconds just to make sure. Josh, did you want to take advantage of the tuning time? This is always like a theatrical thing at our shows. Josh plays an 8-string guitar, which has 2 more strings, and we always have to we're like, you need to talk between these 2 songs because I'm going to be tuning. But here I am, guilty of the same thing.
This is always the right call, also, because I'm gonna cut this whole live stream into 3 individual songs, so it's always the right call to take the time, take as much time as you want.
Okay, you ready? Are we good? Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, how do we start it? Let's start that one over. This is just the 2 of us from the start. Sorry, we're doing it different than our live thing. This is a different kind of thing.
I paid my best to leave. There is no faster than my company. But I can't run from the darkness in me.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. So you got there are a handful. You have 4 more shows, I think, left on this leg of the tour. You're at Jam and Java tomorrow night in Vienna, Virginia. You plan on the 4th of July. Did I write this correct? Festival for the Eno, is that true? Did I say that right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, outstanding. That's in Durham, North Carolina. You're at the Whitewater Center in Charlotte on the 5th, and then homecoming show. You're going to be at the Earl in Atlanta on the 6th. Have you been on the road with Rotem the whole time for this entire time out?
Yes. So yeah, we're extremely fortunate and having a lot of fun with Rotem Savan and his amazing band. It's a trio, and it's been a lot of fun. We have like an old '95 blue van that usually the first 2 shows of any tour we take it on are tied into trips to the mechanic shop.
Yeah.
Which has been cool. It's kind of been a serendipity of sorts with the way that we've broken down this van on this tour. We broke down in Asheville and attached to the
Could break down in worse places. It's not a bad place to spend some time.
And we broke down, and right next to the mechanic shop there was this. What was it called? It's the American Sound Truck, which you should check out. It's I think they're on Instagram at American Sound Truck. And it's like one of these old, like, early 1920s, like, can in a room kind of recording setups, you know, like real old school analog. And they just have, like, you know, this kind of old truck they rigged out with kind of a control room and then a soundproof kind of section to it. They have to turn off the air conditioning whenever you're recording, and it's a sauna within about 30 seconds. So, of course, we're like, all right, well, let's see how many musicians we can cram into this thing. So we had like 8 musicians. There's actually a little video we filmed if you go to our Instagram at Little Tybee. And we did a song in there. We just kind of improvised, like made up a song. And the coolest thing about the truck is that it records the audio and sends it straight to a lathe that's cutting it.
Oh,
you
nice.
know, so it's just an amazing and a beautiful like capture of a moment, capture of a sound. So. And one thing that we did whenever we, you know, recorded the song and we got the vinyl afterwards, we had a raffle at, what show was that? Was that in, where we gave it away? In Richmond, Virginia, that's right. So we all signed, you know, this one song, you know, it's just 5-minute side. It's like a little 45. And we like raffled it away, but, you know, we gave it to the guy who won. at the end of the night, and he's like, "So is this like, do you want me to send you a copy?" And he's like, or like an MP3 or something of it. He's like, "No, this is yours." Like, so it was kind of a cool experience, like just having this. It's almost like a Buddhist sand painting or something, where we just kind of like create it and then send it out into the world.
Yeah,
and,
yeah, totally. How cool.
He'll have that, for forever, and can check that out, and we don't even know. So.
You heard Keith Richards regularly advocating for just burning all of the Rolling Stones masters because he wants it to be this ephemeral, fleeting thing. Like, forget it, dude. We already did it. We made the music. It's out there. So just burn them all. They haven't burned them, but
do they own the rights to them?
He continues to say that they ought to. Cool. Well, so we'll welcome Rotem to the stage. I'm going to do a camera adjustment while that's happening.
Okay.
And I would imagine some tuning's going to happen. But welcome Rotem.
Yeah, Rotem Savan. Howdy. Our favorite monster. So, but all of this right now is live, even though you're editing later? Okay.
Oh yeah, dude. Are any of those, aside from the almonds or including the almonds, particularly grabbing your eye?
Just a lot of the Newport Jazz Festival stuff.
Can you yell into that overhead?
Yeah, just the Newport Jazz Festival stuff. I mean, it's just legendary material. YouTube is like giving me everything I've ever wanted, and then I see these, and it's just crazy. There's so much history on this wall.
Yeah, man. Well, after this session wraps, I'll show you. We've got the last show that the John Coltrane Quintet ever played, sitting on a tape right over there. And it's the tape that was on the deck that day in 1966 at Newport. That shelf is amazing. It's sitting next to the Muddy Waters, next to the Dave Brubeck, the Sarah Vaughan. It's incredible.
So,
Yeah.
So, Paste magazine, this is unrelated to Paste, or is this just a collection that y'all just happen to have?
So Wolfgang's Vault is the name of the parent company. I forget exactly the right way to phrase it, but we're related to Wolfgang's Vault, which is a concert archival site. So my gig and Bob's gig used to be to transfer all these tapes. So we've put all these on quarter-inch machines or on video machines, whatever format it is, and transferred them. So all this stuff lives on Wolfgang's. And yeah, dude, it goes back to 1953. The oldest tape here is an Ella Fitzgerald tape from '53, and it's the Newport Jazz Fest collection, Newport Folk. There's a radio show called the King Biscuit Flower Hour, and so those brightly colored tape spines sitting behind the keys are all the King Biscuit Flower Hour masters. Bill Graham's collection from the Fillmore East. There's a pretty wide variety of yeah, dude. Yeah, I can give you guys 1 year membership as soon as we wrap here. I'll give you a membership so you can access. There's like 300,000 individual songs that we've digitized. I mean,
and you've listened to all this, right?
One engineer or another, but there were like 50 engineers probably that worked on this. This took 17 years, I think, to transfer. And Bob and I worked on it for a couple of years. We were the last engineers to work on it. But so no, I've not listened to all of it, but I don't know, 25% of it most likely. Was
there like something that y'all discovered that was like a really huge, like maybe the microphone was on and like someone's like, and I killed them.
Dude, there was probably the most licensed video was it's The Who at the Cow Palace, and Keith Moon is just being Keith Moon and just wildly all over the place, and then whatever he's on wears off, and he slumped over the drum kit during Magic Bus, and he's just done, dude. And the Cow Palace people pull him off stage, and then Roger Daltrey is like, dude, does anybody know our songs? Like, seriously, can anybody get up here and play? And this 17-year-old kid's like, yeah, dude, I know. And they pulled him on stage, and he finished the set. Yeah.
That's amazing.
That tape, that's the blue tape sitting right above your head, just above eye level, above keys.
Oh, okay.
Yep, you're pointing right at it. That's it.
Sick.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like we say, like a Tiny Tim, David Bowie collaboration or something.
Can you tell us? We've got all afternoon. We can hang out and nerd out over tapes. Can you tell us what is coming up third today? What song are you gonna play last?
Cool. So the last song that we're going to play today is another new tune, and Rotem Savant's going to be guest soloing on this one. And check Rotem out at Rotem Savant Guitar on Instagram. Phenomenal jazz dude. I think we're kind of throwing him into Dante's Inferno of our tour, and he's doing great. But this last tune is called Cherry Log, and it's actually based on a neighborhood in North Georgia, and I won't talk too much more about it. You'll just kind of have to hear it.
All right. right. Thank you. Dude, you were completely right about camera angle stuff when I was asking you offline. I was like trying to cut to close-ups, but everyone's doing so much that I was pretty much just sticking to the wide because everyone is so active and it's awesome. Thank you very much, Brock. Thank you. Everybody, thank you for coming by. Rotem, thanks. And dude, best of luck on everything. Travel safely, please, between here and back home. You're all down the East Coast between now and the 6th. Have a great show tomorrow night in Vienna. And dudes, thanks for coming by and doing this.
Yeah, thanks so much. Thank you.